A complaint has been lodged against a Christchurch councillor after an explosive few days at the Christchurch City Council. Coastal councillor David East told media earlier this week he believes the district plan has been tampered with. He believes a clause that would have made it easier to build and develop in the flood-prone area was taken out sometime after an independent hearings panel finalised it. He says that's left his constituents potentially millions of dollars out of pocket. Now, yesterday the Mayor stood him down as chair of a council committee, and in the last hour has confirmed a code of conduct complaint has been received against Mr East from the council's chief executive. Mr East is considering legal action. Our reporter Logan Church went to New Brighton to ask him what's going on.
I was called into a meeting with the Mayor where obviously she's not at all happy with the process I've undertaken to bring this matter to public attention. In my defence, I would say that over a lengthy period I and other members of this community have tried to raise these issues and we have never achieved any satisfaction. We're generally just told, well, that's the way the IHP want it, and we just don't get nowhere. So I've taken this rather different approach to things. Mainly, I suppose, from my point of view, a frustration that something that's plainly obvious that should be done doesn't seem to get much traction in the normal channels.
Why do you think the Mayor was not happy with how you have dealt with this?
Principally because she thought I should have brought it to Council in the first instance. But however, as I said a moment ago, that approach has proved fruitless over quite some time, and unfortunately on a number of issues where the coastal area is concerned, there's not a lot of empathy within Council or Council staff to be doing things in this side of town.
Is there an expectation from senior leadership at the Council that councillors toe the party line?
Yes, I believe there is a huge influence of central government politics in local government, and it's very prevalent at Christchurch City. I'm in a minority, being one of a very few that aren't aligned to the Labour Party. So yeah, there are many instances where a political point of view has come to agreed amongst the those councillors, and they caucus readily or frequently on those sort of matters.
You mentioned in your letter last night that you're considering legal advice. What is that over?
I was pretty concerned about the press release that Council sent out on the Monday afternoon after my press conference. It was a bit disparaging, brought into question my capability, my knowledge of these things, and I wasn't particularly happy with that. Yeah, I'm looking into whether I need to seek any redress over those sort of things.
So you're considering defamation?
Well, I'm looking into it. I wouldn't say I'm absolutely hell-bent on doing it, but certainly I was pretty annoyed about the manner in which I was portrayed. The only thing I would say in conclusion really is the ultimate end game. We want that serious misinterpretation of the independent hearings panel's ruling redressed. As a serious injustice been put on the people of South Shore, South New Brighton and Redcliffs, and they should never have been exposed to that level of expense, unnecessary expense and psycho stress and trauma that goes along with it.
Is this the start of a mayoral run for you?
Never discount anything. I never had any aspirations to be the mayor, but maybe.
It's Coastal Councillor David East talking to our excellent Christchurch reporter Logan Church. Now, a council spokesperson says the Mayor Leanne Dalzell has now received a formal complaint from the Chief Executive on behalf of the organisation, and she will be discussing it with the Chief Executive tomorrow. Ms Dalzell says Councillor East has been stood down from his role of Chair of the Regulatory Performance Committee, to which the district plan staff would report while the investigation of the complaint takes place. Neither the Mayor nor the Chief Executive would be interviewed by Checkpoint tonight. We will keep an eye on what is happening here.